We're here looking at Calvino Noir in the res section of Eurogamer. It's so hot today! So, let us know a little what to expect from the game, what kind of title we're looking at here, and how can we get hold of it?
It's a film noir heist game. So it's 1930s Europe, it's black and white, it borrows a lot from film noir. It's set in Vienna, in fact, but it's kind of a allegorical kind of creative interpretation of the time. It's not about the war, it's not about like fascism or anything, it's our own creative interpretation. Our writer's kind of borrowing a little bit from, he keeps talking about Deus Ex to me, he keeps talking about, what was the film? Blade Runner. So there's a little bit of that going on. And you're this character, you're called Wilt, you're a war deserter, so you can't go home, you're wanted back home, so you're kind of stuck in Austria. And you've had to kind of start working in the criminal underground. You're kind of part way between a thug and a thief. So this game starts and you're taking this new job, and it's at first it seems like a simple job. It's just steal documents from the town hall. But partway through the job, someone double crosses you, and you end up in a much worse situation than you thought you were originally in. And as you go through the game, there's 7 chapters in the game divided into 3 acts, and as you go through the game, the situation gets worse and worse and worse, just when you think it couldn't get any worse. So it's the gameplay in terms is there's a little bit of exploring. You're exploring the world, you're discovering new areas, you're exploring the storyline. There's not a lot of narrative. It's a little bit inspired by some text-based games, but at the same time, there's a lot of other stuff in there as well. So it's then the second part is sneaking, where you are sneaking in these high security environments. There's loads of guards. And there's a little bit of fighting in there as well. So the gameplay is a little bit sandboxed. There's always more than one way to do a task, always more than one route. And you do have weapons, but you only want to use them in kind of as the last resort, because they make noise. You've got limited ammo as well, so you can find if you end up cornered, you've got to use your weapon. But then you'll find that the guards will hear the sound and they'll come looking for you. So the art style is heavily inspired from film noir. There's a little bit of architectural drawings in there as well. I trained as an architect, and I've got a lot of my favorite drawings that kind of influenced the original pitch of the game. And we've mixed a lot of the lighting quality, again, a lot of architectural perspective sections with the different kind of the romance and theater of film noir. So it's all about the lighting, it's all about the shadow and the mist and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, from looking at it, it does look really attractive as far as the game's concerned. So yeah, kind of on a side-scrolly basis from what it looks like, a lot of stealth, a lot of mixing it up throughout the game. It sounds really interesting. So I can see floating symbols on the side there saying iOS and Steam. Is that available now, and are you planning other platforms?
Coming around the new year. So simultaneous release on iOS and Steam.
Okay, and are you planning any other platforms, or are we seeing how that goes?
There are launch platforms, so we're just keeping those 2 for launch.
Okay, marvellous. Well, that's definitely one that we're going to have to take a look at, and thank you very much.